gentlemen, this is James Hilton. Tonight on our Hallmark Playhouse, we present our own dramatized version of one of the world's best-known stories, Cinderella. Nobody knows who wrote Cinderella. Perhaps people made it up. People who for thousands of years have wished for good luck and that their dreams would come true. Anyhow, the Cinderella story in one form or another has been told countless times. So we tonight are in good company, especially because to star as Cinderella we have chosen one of Hollywood's most adorable actresses, Judy Garland. And now a word about Hallmark cards from Frank Goss before we begin the first act of Cinderella.
Starring Judy Garland.
Surely the spirit of Cinderella belongs as much in our own day as in the past. For we still have pumpkins, princes, fancy dress balls, wicked stepmothers, although I must say the glass slipper craze is somewhat on the wane. So Cinderella is not necessarily a child from the misty days of Shakespeare or King Arthur. She might be that attractively modern young lady you see walking into McCloskey's shoe store.
May I help you?
I'd like a pair of shoes, exactly like the ones I have on.
Well, frankly, miss, I can't tell just what style these are. They're so worn down, I really can't
Well,
see.
I suppose you think I don't have any better shoes to wear.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
No doubt you've heard of Lucinda Brown, the well-known woman novelist.
I can't say that I have. Is that one of your own books you've got there?
No. Oh, please don't look at that.
Cinderella.
I'm just reading it for research.
Oh, I've got nothing against Cinderella. I can't quite read your size, Miss Brown.
4AA. Oh, be careful. Don't poke your finger through the sole.
This right one is a little thin. Well, let's see now. I think I can give you a pretty good match. Yes. You know, it isn't every day I get to try a shoe on a well-known novelist.
Well, I'm not really such a well-known novelist. Not yet, anyway.
You will be, I'm sure of it. You've got a light inside.
A light?
Yes, it shines right out through your eyes.
Is that so? Well, what a perfectly nice thing to say. I'll take these shoes.
Fine. They're a bargain, too. $6.40.
$6? Oh, but they used to be only $3-something. Well, I guess you'll have to charge it.
We have to clear these things through our credit department.
You mean Lucinda Brown's credit isn't good?
Oh, I didn't say that.
I guess that makes it pretty clear where I stand with McCloskey's shoe store.
Miss Brown, if you...
I would sooner go barefoot than give you $6.40 for this ratty pair of Oxfords. And when my name is mentioned in the same breath with Ernest Hemingway, I assure you both of us will take our shoe business elsewhere. Good day.
Miss Brown, you're still wearing one of our ratty Oxfords.
Oh. I beg your pardon. Well, Oh, dear. It's not raining.
I'm afraid it is. Your feet will be soaked in these old shoes.
Oh, to tell you the truth, Mr.
Guys around the shoe store call me Joe.
Joe, you were perfectly right not to let me charge these shoes. I'm practically... Well, I had a story I was sure they'd buy for Real Romances magazine. But the editor says they want sordid realism. Everything I write seems to come out like Cinderella.
And that's why you're reading it?
Well, I've got to find out what I'm writing wrong so I can write something right, instead of subconsciously stealing from Cinderella. Tell me, couldn't I buy just one shoe?
Well...
You see, I think I can just about make $3.20.
We can't break up a
Here,
pair.
take the money.
Just a minute, Miss Brown.
You're awfully nice, Joe. Goodbye.
Hey, come back with that shoe!
You know what you are, Lucinda? You're a thief. Oh, no, you're not, Lucinda. You paid for what you took. The shoes were $6.40 a pair. You gave the man $3.20 for one. Besides, you left your old shoe. That's honest. Well, sort of honest. No, it's not, Lucinda. That nice young man in the shoe store is going to get into terrible trouble on account of you. You stole from him, the same as you've stolen from Cinderella. Oh, nonsense. How can I steal from a story I've never read? Until now. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Cinderella, and she lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters who made her fetch and carry and do all the drudgery about the house. Oh, poor Cinderella. I know exactly how she must have felt.
Cinderella?
Yes, stepmother?
Did you bring in the wood and sweep the mat?
Yes.
Polish the floor and feed the cat?
Yes.
And sew the plume on your sister's hat?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have time for that.
Oh, lazy girl. And what have you been doing with your time?
Well, I cleaned the garden and swept the hall, washed the dishes, wound the clock, and beat the carpets from wall to wall, and stitched the hem in your Sunday frock.
But neglected the plume for your sister's hat.
Why, I guess I just couldn't find time for that.
Cinderella, come up here and button my shoe.
When Bella, your sister, calls, what do you do?
Cinderella, come over and button mine too.
Gisela is calling. Now go to her. Shoo!
I can't go to both of them. What shall I do?
Don't stand there as if you were nailed to the floor. Helvish, someone's knocking. Go answer the door.
Coming. I'm coming. Hello.
I have a message from the king.
From the king?
He requests the presence of the ladies of this household at a ball.
A ball?
In honor of the king's son.
For the prince of the kingdom? How purely divine.
The music commences quite promptly at 9. His Majesty asks you to RSVP.
Please tell him that we have responded. Merci.
Who was it, Cinderella?
It was a messenger from the king.
Oh.
Did I hear you say we were invited to a grand ball?
Yes, for the king's son.
Oh, how utterly, utterly romantic. The prince is a bachelor, you know.
And perhaps if we frill you with ruffles and lace, His Highness won't bother to look at your face.
Mother!
Though I hate to admit it, there isn't a doubt you both were in hiding when looks were passed out. But we'll deck you with diamonds and sapphires and such, and none at the ball will be prettier. Much.
Stepmother,
Well, what is it, Cinderella?
what should I wear to the ball?
Why don't you come as you are?
We cannot be bothered by poor Cinderellas who think they're entitled to dress just as well as their sisters, who never do housework at all. Now hurry up, girls. We'll be late for the ball.
I wish that I really could go. And I wish I could wish it were honestly so. Wishing will make it so. Just keep on wishing and care will go. Dreamers tell us dreams come true. No mistake, and wishes are the dreams we dream when we're awake. The curtain of night will part if you are certain within your heart. So if you wish long enough, wish strong enough, you will come to know. That's what the song says, but it isn't so.